Let me ask you a hard question. When was the last time you counted your money? I don't mean literally counting your money or checking your salary whenever you hear a beep from your phone. What I mean is that when was the last time you checked where all your monies are coming from and where all your monies are going? That is what I mean by counting your money. You see, many of us work hard. We sweat, put in the hard work. We receive our salary from our side businesses. We get money. But by the middle of the month, mostly third week of the month, we are struggling financially. You can't tell where all the monies went. Suddenly, some people think that some demons are taking their money. No, you must sit down and know where your monies are going. The truth is, you can't grow what you don't count. And monies that are not tracked disappears. So if your money is just disappearing, it means you're not tracking. You don't know where they are going. You take 2,000 to town. By the time you come back, it's left with 100 cedis, and you can't tell where all the money went. You take 100 cedis out. By the time you come back, it's left with 1 cedi, and you are wondering where did the money go. You can't track. So today I want to take you through the first C in the Smart Cedi series, which is count it. Until you start counting, your money story will never make sense. Let me tell you a quick story about myself. When I started working, I had all my credit cards with me. Whenever I go to work and I have to buy something, I just go to the ATM machine, take some money, go and buy the things I want to buy. When I get back home, I couldn't track. I've forgotten all the transactions I made during the day. And my wife will ask me, how much did you spend during the day? And I couldn't even remember. I was not tracking anything. Of course, I was receiving salary. I knew how much was coming in, but how much was going out, I had no idea until I decided to start tracking everything. I sat down with my wife and decided to budget, check our spending habit, and see where all our monies are going. So until you start tracking, you may think that your money is just disappearing, but you are spending the money just because you don't know where the monies are going. You'll think that it's somebody else that is just stealing your money. So until I decided to track my bills, my food, the things I do, fuel, the monies I give out, I thought I needed more money. But until I started tracking, I realized that no, I have to monitor. And when I started monitoring, I saw the difference. So you see, you can't fix what you don't measure, and you can't manage what you don't count. So what does count it actually means? People are thinking, I have to sit down and do the mathematics. No, it's not about the maths. It's about awareness, knowing where your money is coming from and where your money is going to. Count it basically means taking ownership of every cedi that enters your hands and every cedi that leaves your hand. You see, you know how much gets into your hand and how much leaves your hand. That's what you mean by count it. Count every cedi that gets into your pocket and that gets out of your pocket. So we are saying count what comes in, your income streams, not just your salary, the side businesses, the allowances, whatever money that comes into your bank account. Count it. Count every source of your income. If you count only one source, you may not know your real potential. Maybe you are making a lot of money, but because you are not tracking, you don't know, you think that you are not doing so much. When I started counting my money, knowing all my sources, now I see that I have a lot of sources of income, and I have to now sit and manage them very well. If I have not started counting my sources, I'll think that I need to work harder and more. But when I sat down and I realized, okay, I'm receiving this money from here, I'm getting this money from there, I knew that the problem is not the sources. Yes, I have to generate more, but if what is coming in is not being accounted for, then it's difficult to generate more. And so that is what I mean by count it. Count all your sources of income, all the money that are coming into your bank account, into your Momo account, wherever, count them. And then count what goes out of your hand, your expenses. Next, list every single expense. Every single one. Sometimes you think, oh, this thing is small. Nothing is small. No, don't assume that, oh, this thing is small, just 1 cedi, just 2 cedi, just 3 cedis. No, list everything. So you can use a notebook, you can use an app, you can use a paper, you can use a note app on your phone, whatever. Make sure you list every item, from the bills to the food to the transfers you do to your parents, to the data you buy, to the water you buy, to the drinks you buy, everything. Just try to list everything. See, the goal is not perfection. The goal is to be aware. Sometimes you don't know what is happening to our finances. But when you start listing everything, you realize that, wow, it's interesting how much I spend in a week, how much I spend in a month. But when you are not tracking, it feels like something is happening to your money. So when you have done checking what comes in and what goes out, and you've listed all your expenses, you have to review it every week. You see, counting is useless if you don't look back. You have to always review your expenses. If you are not checking your expenses and reviewing them, then what was the counting all about? See, every Sunday evening or Saturday evening, sit back and assess the week from Monday to Friday, your expenses, and see how much you are spending on drinks, how much you are spending on water, food, TNT, fuel. Know all these things, and then you can always look back to see the ones that to cut and to take out. Then ask this question: what did I spend in the previous week that did not align with my goals? Of course, it means that you must have goals. So if your expenditure are not aligning with your goals, then you must start rethinking those expenses. This one question will change everything. And you must know that every city has a voice. It's either speaking for your future or speaking against your future. So this is how you can start this week. Check all your Momo transactions. See how much you are paying. Most of us pay through our Momo, and then you check your cash transactions too. You can start from Monday, checking everything, your expenditure, expenses, all the things you buy, everything. Just start with this week. If you are able to track and do this for 1 month, you see how much you are spending in a month. Of course, you know how much comes in. Then you get to know how much is going out. And then you see whether you are achieving your goals or not. After the 30 days, you see the truth about your money. And this truth will set you free. Now, let me be honest with you. Money doesn't respect ignorance. The fact that you are ignorant of how much is coming in and how much is going out does not mean that you will become rich or wealthy. No. Money respects knowledge. You must know how much is coming in and how much is going out. So here is my challenge for you for the next 30 days. Track every cedi that gets into your bank account or to your Momo account. Track every cedi that you spend. Every expenses you make this month, track it. Just 1 month, and you see the truth about your financial life. Because the first step to financial freedom is not earning more, but knowing where all your monies are coming from and where they are going. If this message hits you, then don't just scroll. Comment below. I am counting it. And subscribe, because the second C in the Smart Cedi series is control it. And that will be our next video. So subscribe so that when that video is released, you'll be notified. God bless you for watching.